So you know how like my karma works really fast, and I was just saying yesterday, braggy braggerson, how my kids go to bed super easy for me, right?
Yeah.
Last night I was wiped out. I was so tired. So I made dinner. Kids took their showers, got in their pajamas, whatever, and I just wanted to go to bed. And in my house, when I go to bed, we all go to bed at the same time. But Chris was here, and he's like, I'll stay up another half hour with the kids. And they're like, yay, Chris, our hero, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So this morning, Layla's on the floor, wrapped around her iPad. Joey's on the couch, which is normal.
Right.
And doesn't bother me because he gets a good night's sleep there.
Because they're scorpions.
Yeah. So we're going to school. And I go, Layla, what time did you go to bed last night? And she just looks at me like, how do you know, right? I go, what time did you go to bed? She goes, 9:30. And Joey, who's a total absolute best little brother annoyer. No, you didn't. Layla, you stayed up, right? Because this morning I was like, come on, Chris, you had one job, right? But nope. She totally told him she was going to bed, and I didn't tell him that you got to take the iPads away when they go to bed. And she stayed up all night.
What time do you think she went to sleep at?
Ugh. I could probably check I'll check her iPad and I'll be able to tell. I'll be able to check through my Xfinity.
Because you get the activity report.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought I had set their weekly to 9:00, and we usually go to bed way before that. So I couldn't remember. I'm like, did I set it or not? But the only person who would be able to undo that is Joey, and he's too much of a little narc to do that. He wouldn't do that for her.
I got up at 3:00 this morning to go to the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
One of them was up just watching videos like it was all good. Like, what? Not everyone else is up at 3:00 watching Dan TDM?
Oh my goodness.
No, they sure are not. So that was one of those. My room. Go in there. Just go to sleep.
Yeah, Tiffany is. Okay, so I was getting upset with him for a little bit because he kept like bossing Layla around. Layla, brush your teeth. Layla, put your deodorant on. Layla. And I'm like, Joey, I'm the mom. You're her brother. I got this, But my dad, who worked with children his whole life, so the boy immediately takes the role of the man in the house, no matter how they are being raised, if they're being raised by a single mom. And he's like, and you've been a single mom for Joey his entire life. So now when he's like, Layla, do your deodorant, Layla, brush your teeth, I let him. I'm like, I'm not going to keep bitching at him, if, he's right. Go put your deodorant on. Quit being a stink.
When Layla comes up to ask you to do something, just be like, go ask your brother.
Right?
It's fine with me if it's okay with your little brother.
Yeah. When we had a house full of kids and there was a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old here who were in charge, and Joey says to me, I think I should have been the one in charge. I know what all the rules are. I can enforce them. He's going to be a hall monitor one day.
Oh yeah. There's a really old movie that everybody should watch once just to say they've seen it. It's called Rock and Roll High School. It features the band The Ramones and an old lady named PJ Souls. Older now, wasn't that? Anyway, they have these hall monitors in there, and the hall monitors never really say anything. They're just jerks drunk with power, and they wear these these yellow stripes across. And every time, and it's like a duo, right? It's like a good cop, bad cop, only they're both bad cops, and they're nerds, and nobody likes them, and the principal loves them because they'll do whatever they say. And so the jocks will pick on them, and they're school employees too. They're not kids.
Yeah.
But anytime they come across a nerd, they'll push them in the locker and they'll just keep chanting, demerit, 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 demerit.
That's gonna be my son. That's gonna be my son. I'm telling you, man, he cannot tell a lie. And
that is so awesome.
You out in a minute. Anybody, he doesn't care who they are. He'll rat you out in a minute.
And if you're afraid of being in trouble, that's a thing,
Oh, and he's sensitive.
Okay.
So, these little boys at his school last year wanted him to be mean to his little friend who's a girl. and he refused, and so they kept calling him names and he'd cry. I love my little man.
He's like Keanu Reeves. Did you read that story about Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder, that he wouldn't yell obscenities at her to get her to be more emotional in Bram Stoker's Dracula? The director kept, I forget who it was, the director kept trying to get him to say mean, nasty, vile things to her to get her to actually cry and be emotional, and he refused. And she did. This is just an interview that came out like a month ago. She goes, when people say he's one of Hollywood's good guys, that's legit. He's always been the nicest, most appropriate, good dude.
Yeah, see, when it comes to Layla, no holds barred. She put him in a big box the other day and sat on the lid, and I let her for a minute, right? Like, Joey, this is kind of what you deserve. Like, he has annoying little brother down to a T.
And snitches wind up in ditches or boxes.
Yeah, and he can't be mean to anybody else, though. Right? He's such a sweet kid.
I mean, siblings are always going to fight. But yeah, that's awesome. That's funny. That's so funny.
That's what he's telling me yesterday. It's in our DNA. That's why we fight. I go, no, it's just be nice.
When you were in school, and even now, when it comes to getting in trouble, like, where do you get nervous? At what point do you get nervous, or at what point do you do you care that you're in trouble? I mean, for us, we haven't had a boss in front of us. Like, we haven't had physically a meeting with a boss in person to actually be in trouble in 6 or 8 months. But when you get in trouble, how much of getting in trouble, not at work, but anywhere, do you you're just taking your knocks? Okay, this is going to be over in a minute. Or do you take it personally, you walk away wounded?
It depends on how it's approached. If I think they're being crazy, I don't even hear what they're saying.
Okay.
But the way my dad would get to me growing up would be, I am disappointed in you. Oh, God. That'll wreck me when I know I've done something wrong. When I've messed up. Oh, when Angie's disappointed in me, dude. And I can tell on her face that she's disappointed in me. It just ruins me.
Right. So you don't have a.
It's because they thought so highly of you and you did this instead. It wasn't like, hey, you acted like a jerk, blah, blah, blah. You apologize for it. It's like, you had so much more potential and you just it away.
You set the bar here, but you came in here.
Yes. The disappointment in somebody's face. My kids, when they're disappointed in me. Oh.
That's why I was making funnel cake last night.
Why were you making funnel cake?
Because we kept saying we were going to do it. We finally got around to doing it, but it was one of those, you said, I'm like, you're right. But you know what I did do? I also made my very own first time ever whipped cream frosting to put on top of it, because
how did you make it?
Super simple. It was just egg whites, sugar, a pinch of salt, and what am I blanking on here? I think that was it.
See, I have a hard time making it puffy.
So okay, but what I had to do was I had to cook it in a glass bowl over simmering water, but not in the simmering water, because it would have started
a double boiler.
Yeah, but you can't have the bowl that you're cooking in actually rest in the water.
Oh, okay.
Because the eggs will start to scramble. The egg whites will start to scramble.
I've tried to make mousse and stuff so many times, but I can't get it puffy like that.
So I had to do that, and I had to just stir it for about 5 minutes until it got warm, and then take it out. And then for me, because I charge forward, if I have an electric mixer, I slam that thing all the way on because I just want to be done, Yeah. But it was one of those, you had to put it on low, medium, and for 5 minutes until you saw sharp peaks. And then you add the vanilla, and then you drop it down even more. And that's how you get the icing going. And then the funnel cake came from a batter that we bought at the store. But it was really good. I made the funnel cake came out like a funnel cake. And then I put the whipped cream on top. And then my kids don't like fruit, so I put this. It was all sugar. It was this cinnamon sugar spread on top. And then for me, because I like smoothies, I took the strawberry banana smoothie mix that I have, and I let it defrost, and I put that on top of mine. I just had a little tiny bit. It was really good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting a text from my sister and my dad right now that they want to come and visit, and look at how my house looks, dude. My sister. I can't have my house looking like this.
She's going to come up, and her and your dad are going to look at you and be like, you know what? We're just disappointed.
She said, I'm hanging out with Dad for the day and hoping we could stop by your house for a little bit.
So looks like you got to clean.
Oh, man. I was going to get in the hot tub and relax and take a nap. Man, but I want to see my sister.
Yeah, you have to clean today.
I have to put the laundry away.
You have to put laundry away today. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You just have to put it in a pile and put a blanket on it. And when they come by, when she looks at it,
she doesn't care. She doesn't care.
There's this woman on TikTok. I love her so much. We've talked about it before. She does those home hacks, but it's like lazy ones. She's like, don't want to check the mail because you're afraid of your bills? That's okay. I've got your back. Just grab the package you're looking for and leave the rest for your husband. Follow me for more home hacks. Or what was it?
Didn't you say you like watched her one night for like an hour?
Yeah, it was like just went shopping and got a new bag of paper towels. But you have too much to do. Don't worry, I've got your back. Just leave it in the hallway, and every time you need a paper towel, take one out. And when you walk by it, say, "I'll put it away next time." But it's just weird, stupid stuff like that.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Cindy.
She does like to help, but I don't want her and my dad. My dad is antsy like me. He doesn't stay in one spot for very long. So they're going to come in, walk through, and walk out. Or
they're going to come in, walk through. He'll start on shirts. She'll start on unmentionables.
Nope.
And you'll take
chores when he gets here.
Have you named your floors?
No.
No? Okay.
Like by level? Like each floor a different level?
Like my house is divided up into Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4.
Why?
Because they're quadrants. Because my house is literally 3 rectangles put together.
Oh, okay. No, but maybe I'll have to do that.
Have you seen, I want to do this. Have you seen the storage container communities?
No.
There's storage container communities now, where they're taking storage containers because storage containers are like $11,000, right? So, and they're big. Like you can get like 10 storage containers.
Do you want to be in a smaller living space with you and Michelle and the kids, or is this like a separate?
No, they're stacking them and combining them. And they're plumbing them, and they're modernizing them. So they're making these. They look really. It sounds awful, but they look really cool. They're cutting out. They're making like cottage style windows and stuff, and they're combining storage containers and making like 2 and 3 story homes. So like each container is like a living room, a kitchen, a bedroom, a playroom, and they're combining them all, and it looks really cool.
I love you so much.
I'll bet you can get them on Wish.
You're gonna get the one on Wish. Is gonna be like this. It's gonna be for trolls.
Is this a storage container for ants?
All right, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.